Good morning. Welcome to the Tadpoll this morning. I'm your guest host, Mary Smith. I'm probably best known in Phillipsburg as one of the Phillipsburg piano teachers, or the crazy lady that walks with her husband in all kinds of crazy weather. But anyway, I wanted to share at the beginning here just a teeny bit about our annual Smith-Leidig piano recital upcoming April 19th. We have many surprises, so you want to put that on your calendar and try to make it for that. It's patriotic themed in honor of our nation's 250th anniversary, and it's called Celebrate America, and we have some fun things going on. So April 19th, 2 o'clock in the afternoon at First Assembly. Online this morning, we have, or on our lineup, we have Lance Munyon, our city mayor of Phillipsburg. Shirley Mendoza will be talking about her upcoming gardening class. And then we have Chris and Kristy Baker, pastors at Heartland Worship Center. And before we start the show, we want to mention there is a commodities distribution, which will be Monday, March 23rd, from 2 to 3 p.m. at the Senior Center in Phillipsburg. So if you are someone who gets in on the commodity distribution, be sure you get that date on your calendar. Our first guest is Lance Munyon, Phillipsburg City Mayor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Glad to be here.
And I did not know this, but you were the one who kind of created the My Phillips County Online and helped Tad, thanks Tad for starting this for us, transition from the radio portion of the Tadpoll to doing My Phillips County Online.
Yes. I had the software I got a long time ago, and then I brought it to Phillipsburg, and most people didn't understand what streaming was at the time and what online was, so it was new. It was new technology, and it took a while for people to get into it. But there was a night that they were having a thing at the bakery, and we were right next door, and Tad was giving a talk, and he mentioned that he would like to get back on air and do some stuff like streaming, and it just Rachel Martin, who was working at the time for me, we just clicked right on and jumped all over that idea. So we brought back Sports Talk and the Tadpoll.
That's great.
The rest is history.
Yes. I think when we all appreciate and love Tad, but his knowledge, extensive knowledge of such a wide variety of subjects is just amazing, and we appreciate that. But it's wonderful that you were able to kind of, through this collaboration, so to speak, bring this for us.
I wish we had 100 residents like Tad.
Right.
It would make so much better community.
Yes. And I think his curiosity about the world and what's around us and the people around us is just inspirational.
Yes.
So that's great. So this is your second run at being mayor.
Yes.
And you've been in office about 3 months now?
Yeah, we came in January 12th, and so it's going to be coming up on 2 months.
Okay. So how do you feel like things are going?
We've been focused a lot on staffing. If you look at our mission, we're set out. Our mission is to provide the highest quality of life for our residents and visitors through our infrastructure, our public safety, our recreation, and we welcome growth with the constraints of being fiscally responsible. So you got to throw that in there. To do that, I mean, our staff works hard, and they're dedicated to fulfilling that mission. But to reach our full potential, we need to be fully staffed. And we haven't been fully staffed probably for, I'm guessing, 3 to 4 years. We've been short anywhere between 4 and 5 people. We should be at 23, and I think we're at 16 right now, maybe 17. So Kent Futh, who's over our water and our sewer, he's our director over that stuff, as well as he's been helping out with the pool. And then John Ward, who's our public works foreman. And then recently we've added Jim Knowles, because we know that John isn't going to be around. He's been with us 46 years, and we just keep trying to keep him on as long as we can with his experience. We've been working hard on staffing, and we introduced all sorts of different programs like Kansas Workforce One. We're working with them. Kansas Rural Water. We're working with Fort Hays State University North Central on sponsorship and apprenticeship programs. And I yelled at Mr. Gower the other day to say, ask him if there's any seniors who's interested in an apprenticeship or sponsorship program, and he said, I'll ask. So I'll be knocking on his door here in the next couple of days to see what he found out. But I'd like to see some kids that want to make that a career.
So, Lance, can I interrupt here
Sure.
just a second? So when you're talking about staffing, you're talking about the office staff at the office, and then all of the public works employees.
Yeah, street works, our water. We watch our water 24/7, and then our sewer. We have Russ Beach over it, and then our streets department who works on water lines and everything else.
Okay.
A lot of those projects we haven't been able to do because we haven't been properly staffed. So we've had to rely on contractors to do some of those projects. So,
Okay.
but I'm excited today to announce that we have hired a public works director. And Trent Wyman is returning to our city staff. Trent brings a wealth of experience and leadership skills that will help lead us into the future. So I'm excited about our leadership team with Kent, John, Jim, and Trent, and our working with our governing body into getting us where we need to be staffing-wise and fulfilling our mission.
So does that follow when we talk about restructuring? Is
So
that part of
at
that,
the last council meeting, the council voted to eliminate the city administrator role, which was put in place back in October of 23, I think, and they finally got the job description written about February of 24. That position's been eliminated. We're going back to public works director, and that's what Trent's taking up. Kent Futh will still report to the mayor, as well as Trent, and then John and Jim will report up through Trent. The pool will report to Trent as well. It's been kind of reporting to Kent now. And then you've got the public transportation, as well as Brad Lair, who takes care of the facilities in town. He'll be reporting up through Trent as well. So,
Okay. So, what is the best way for Phillipsburg citizens to stay informed on what's going on, or the many ways that we can stay informed?
So you come to city council meetings. They've been pretty exciting here lately. I would say our Facebook page. We just announced that we're not doing spring cleanup. We also announced that at the city council meeting. We got it out on our Facebook. We have a website that's been totally revamped, and it's got a lot of information out there as well.
But you don't stream the council
stream.
meeting. You do stream.
I brought that back.
Okay.
So
That tells you how informed I am.
So yeah, we stream. You can actually, we are now ADA compliant as well. So it does the captions and everything if you have hearing issues.
Okay.
And so streaming's a great way. So you don't even have to attend it in person, even though I like to see your smiling faces out in the audience. But we got all kinds of ways. And if you want to know anything, call me or the city clerk, Brandy, And we'll be
Okay.
able to answer any questions you have.
Okay. Well, thank you. That sounds pretty interesting as far as how things are changing,
Yeah.
but hopefully all for the good.
Yeah, we've got subcommittees. They hadn't been meeting a lot in the recent past. So what we've done is they're starting to get busy with their 3 to 5 year work plan, and they'll develop that. Those plans will feed into our budget cycle, so we know what we can afford to do, and then lay it out based on the monies that we have, making sure we're fiscally responsible. And as I mentioned, we don't have spring cleanup this year. Please avoid putting things out on the curb for an extended period of time, because we will enforce all ordinances that policy is abused. A lot of people, as soon as they know we're having spring cleanup, they're not supposed to put it out till like a week before, and it goes out immediately. So don't put them out at all. There are people that put things out, so they kind of share. Somebody wants to come along and get it. That's all right for a day or two, but don't leave them out there two weeks or whatever, because it's not a good thing to look at as far as people driving through town. Interviews for summer hires will be performed during spring break. So if you haven't got your application in, please do so. You can fill it out online. And we're also looking for a couple people to mow this summer. So if you're looking for a job to mow, please get your application in. We've been busy with the concrete replacement project. If you've been on Main
Those
State,
are nice.
if you've been on State Street, you'll see that we're very active between 2nd and 3rd Street, replacing the curb there. Semis have a hard time avoiding running over our curbs and destroying them, so we're going in and replace them. And also, if you see a big semi hit one, please get the tag number down and call me or Brandy, and we'll see if we can't collect our money for doing that. Water tower project, it'll begin later this year with the tower being cleaned and painted. I think on March 10th, Kent said that we got an engineer coming in to size up the generator for one of our wells, because we got to have it as backup if something were to happen. We don't want to be thrown into a water shortage and rationing. And then sidewalk project later this year that will take it from 2nd Street to Nebraska, and I think back around to 7th. So
that's good news.
yes.
Sounds good.
You have a place to walk.
Yes. Well, we walk in the street, but not the safest. But
No. Well, we'll
yes.
get you on the
Yes,
sidewalk.
good.
It'll be good.
Okay,
It'll be
yes.
good. But
all right.
I think that's all I had.
Okay.
I think, well, I do want to go back to Vision 20. We had a Vision 2030 when I was first mayor, so I went back and looked at how we were doing on it. And the vision for government services and performance, what they came up with, what they wanted was they wanted trust in their city government and civic organizations. Elected and community leaders hold transparency and accountability as their primary responsibilities. That's why we're streaming again. The community believes local government is addressing critical issues and actively engaging residents and community partners in those endeavors. We listen, and you'll hear us speak as well, and we're not going to hide anything. We're going to make everything transparent.
Okay.
So.
And I think that's really important, because I think often we fear what we don't know. So, of course, sometimes we don't know because we don't ask, or we don't follow through with gaining that information.
And that's also how rumors get started. So,
Exactly.
So
Yes.
the more you can be transparent, the less rumors fly around.
Yes.
And that doesn't help a community.
Exactly.
So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much
bet.
for updating us on what's happening in Phillipsburg. And
I expect you guys to ask Trent and Kent to come
Okay.
on next time and share their projects with you and their vision for the future. So.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Shirley Mendoza, and she'll be talking about her gardening project.
On the field, taking risks is part of the game. Every yard, every play. It's about going all in. But when it comes to your money, it pays to be careful. With the careful service from First National Bank and Trust, you can detect unusual activity and stop fraud before it happens. Protect yourself and the ones you love with Careful, because being smart off the field is the real win.
We're here for you.
Life's better when you're under our roof because you'll feel protected.
Good thing we're covered.
And safe drivers can save too. Also, your family's free too.
Dream fearlessly.
And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. So while they're dreaming, you're saving. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance.
The Hansen Museum of Logan, Kansas is where history and creativity unite. For over 50 years, we've been your cultural hub, offering a diverse range of exhibits, from captivating Lego brick displays to timeless joy of Bob Ross's art. But we're not just a museum, we're a community gathering space. Join us for thrilling events like Murder Mysteries or celebrate creative talents at one of our many events. At the Hansen Museum, we're not just preserving the past, we're creating memories for the future.
We are taking wheat to the next level. As a producer of vital wheat gluten, advanced biofuels, and important co-products, Amber Wave. Vital, reliable, sustainable.
Welcome back. We are going to talk to Shirley Mendoza and also Don Roberts about some plants, growing plants, right?
Right.
So Shirley is a member of the Garden Club, and she's going to share a little bit about an upcoming class. And then I believe also these folks would like to talk about the garden itself, the Phillipsburg Garden. Yeah. So Shirley, can you tell us just a little bit about your class that will be held?
Well, on March 15th at 3 o'clock at the Annex, we're going to be hosting a class. I'm really excited about this. Mike Hess, who is a farmer from Oberlin, is going to come, and Keith Van Syke, who is a former ag agent from Norton. They're going to be coming and sharing about ways that you can increase your yield, natural ways that we can fertilize. And he's going to bring some worm castings. And so, you know, all I know is that I don't know a lot. I just want to learn more.
Okay.
And so they will be sharing. He'll be giving a demonstration. We'll be having some refreshments. And also that day, you'll have the opportunity, if you would like to sign up, to rent a plot. And,
okay.
And you can do that day also.
At the garden?
At the class.
Okay.
At the class.
Okay. All right. Good.
And we have 3 ground garden spots and 9 raised beds right now.
Available?
Available, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And to rent a plot, it costs $20 for the smaller plots and then $30, and that's for the whole summer. So, and that helps to pay for the water.
So you just rent the spot, and then the water is there, the hoses, or do you bring your own hose, or are there hoses
Well, we
there?
have both.
We have both. I
Okay.
bring my own hose and stuff.
Okay. But otherwise, it's yours to do with as you wish.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So we're really talking about 2 separate things, though. I mean, sort of, but because we're talking about a class that that will be held on March 15th at the Phillips County Annex, which is
784 6th Street,
Okay.
where the health department is.
right. And so you can sign up for that, and tell us again the details of signing up. How we do that for the class.
Oh, for the class, just come.
Just come. Okay.
Just come.
Okay. All right. Okay. So anything else you want to share about the gardening project, or how to utilize the gardens and so on?
Well, this is the 4th year for that garden spot up there, and the city of Phillipsburg let us put that on. It's on city property, but they let us put a community garden in there, which has been a fantastic deal. It's been 4 years, And I've had a garden every year. It's a lot of work, but you reap the reaping of the harvest of the stuff is when you get it. It's so nice, and the garden stuff is really fresh, and you know what you're getting. And I can a lot of my stuff, my tomatoes, and so it's been a really good thing for the community. And I would like to see more people go up there and rent a spot and raise your own garden stuff. And you get to meet the different people that are up there, have their gardens. You make good relationship with them, and it's a lot of fun. It's really actually a lot of fun. I enjoy it. So
Okay.
and it's at 1504 Prospect by the city water tower.
Okay.
And it's all fenced in. So, and Jay Smith put the fence in for us, and he did a fantastic job. And it's just a nice, it's relaxing to me to go up there and work in my garden. My wife always says, "You spend a lot of time up there." I said, "Well, it takes a lot of time to do that." But she's good with it. She thinks it was a fantastic thing to do, and I'm glad we got it in our community to share.
Okay. Yes, we walk up there 3 or 4 times during the summer, and it is fun to look at the various stages of growth and so on with those garden.
And I learned a lot. I've learned a lot about raising a garden, and I do a lot of. I'm belong to a deal on Facebook with just about gardening, so I've learned a lot myself about gardening.
Well, what's nice, like for instance, my garden spot at my house, we planted a tree really closer than we should have to the garden spot. So now it's not an ideal garden spot anymore. So if I would choose to do that, I could just go and really it's kind of all ready for you. I mean, of course, you need to till it up and so on, but it's nice, kind of a ready-made spot for you.
Some of your garden stuff needs a little shade too.
Well, mine also has a lot of roots, surface roots, because it's a maple tree. That's another story. Okay, so anything else you'd like to share?
Well, we just like to get more people involved in growing their own food. There's nothing better than having fresh tomatoes or cucumbers. And,
That's true.
And I think a lot of people aren't even aware that it's up there and that it's available. And we would like to, this year, try to do some extra planting to give away some food, maybe to the child care center or the nursing home or just to people, because we need more people to get involved. And we kind of help each other out. If we're going to be gone, we'll ask somebody to water for us. And we do have some rules. You can't use a lot of harsh chemicals. We try to do as natural as we can. So to kind of keep our soil and good.
Okay. So if you're looking for maybe an activity or wanting to do something different, that would be a good starting point, and get some advice from your friends like you two that could help you out. So
we do share a lot of information amongst us, and everybody has different questions about gardening, and I can answer some questions, and Shirley can answer some questions. It's just a fantastic thing.
Right. Okay. Good. Well, thank you so much for being on and talking about gardening and plants. And it's definitely the time of year when we're all thinking about things that are growing and new life. So thank you very much.
And then just be sure and put on your calendar for March 15th at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Come to the class. We'll have refreshments and some prizes and some. Mike said he was going to bring worm castings, which is a natural fertilizer for anybody that comes. So.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Thank you. We'll take a break, and then we'll be back talking to Pastor Chris and Kristy Baker.
If your vehicle is pulling, shaking, or just doesn't feel right, don't ignore it. At Coombs West Shop, we're more than alignments. We offer engine repair, routine maintenance, wheel alignments, and tire services, including new and used tires and tire repair. One shop, honest work, done right the first time. Call Coombs West Shop at 785-543-6647.
At Farmers National Bank, we believe that strong foundations are built on faith, hard work, and everyday heroes. For over a century, we've been proud to serve the communities that have made us who we are today. We honor everyday heroes who dedicate their lives to serving others. You inspire us to treat every customer with the respect and care they deserve. At Farmers National Bank, we know that strong communities are built on strong foundations, and we are proud to be part of yours. Farmers National Bank, honoring strong foundations since 1921.
Are you looking for reliable insurance options in Phillipsburg, Kansas? Look no further than Rogers & Associates Insurance. Our team is dedicated to providing great options for home, agriculture, auto, and commercial insurance. Whether you're a homeowner, farmer, or business owner, we have the coverage you need to protect what matters most. Trust us to provide you with personalized service and competitive rates. Contact Rogers & Associates Insurance today to learn more about our insurance solutions.
Welcome back to the Tadpoll this morning, My Phillips County Online. One of the goals of My Phillips County Online on the Tadpoll show has been to reintroduce to our community the area churches and pastors. There's been, of course, over the course of years, there's been several changes with pastoral services. And so we thought introducing pastors themselves, and then they could speak for themselves about what their church is about and who they are as people and who they feel like their church is. So today we're going to meet Pastor Kristy Baker and his wife Kristy, who are pastors at Heartland Worship Center. So welcome.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
And we would just start with a question of how long have you been in Phillips County, and where were you prior to coming here?
Sure. So we moved to the area in October of 2017. So we are actually working on our 9th year of pastoring Heartland Worship Center, which has just been an amazing just incredible experience. We came from Eldon, Missouri. We were there about 5.5 years, and that was our first lead pastorate. And we learned a lot there, made a lot of good friends. But when God said it was time to go, we began to search and began to just ask God where that would be. And we were introduced to the ministry at Agra, Kansas, and just fell in love with what God was doing there in the children's department and the heart that the church had in reaching the next generation for Jesus. And so we began to have talks, and then we ended up moving to the area just a little over 9 years ago, and man, we have enjoyed it ever since.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Well, that's great. It's nice to have you in our community.
It's good to be here.
So how would you describe kind of a typical service at Heartland?
Sure. So Heartland Worship Center, our mission is loving God, loving people, and so we try to put that into everything that we do. And so Sunday mornings, for instance, 10 o'clock, we have our Sunday school hour. And the whole idea behind that hour is to bring people of all ages one step closer in their walk with Jesus Christ. And so we have classes that are designed for all age groups that bring relevant material for those ages that really just sow the seed of the word into their hearts, into their lives. And then at 10:40, we dismiss that class so that we can be in morning worship at 10:50. Morning worship in the sanctuary, we have spirit-filled worship. We try not to identify ourselves with a style of worship per se. Some would say, are you a modern church or are you a traditional church? Our goal is to follow what God would lay on our hearts regarding worship. And so if the song is How Great Thou Art or How Great Is Our God, that's the direction, wherever the Holy Spirit leads us to go. And then we have our time in the Word, and we have really just experienced incredible growth in that. And then during that hour as well, Kristy leads our children's church, and I'll let her say a few words about what children's ministry looks like on any given Sunday.
So after Sunday school, we do have children's church for all ages. We have a nursery and a toddler nursery, and then we have children's church that I lead, where we have of course, a snack, which is probably the most important for the littles. But then we also have a time of worship and the word and games, and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I imagine it's kind of crazy back there at some point.
Crazy.
So, but lots of fun.
So that your children's church, like you were mentioning the nurseries, but what is your cap on the age for children's church?
So our children's church goes through, it's kindergarten through 6th grade.
6th grade, okay.
And then our teenagers are able to go to the service, but we also create an opportunity for our teenagers to serve in our ministry. So they're learning at a young age how to also give of their time and their talents.
Yeah.
And then you do have a youth service as well at a different time, right?
So we do on Sunday nights, I do something called Afterglow, and it's all teenagers 6th through 12th grade, and it's a fellowship time. We represent 4 different school districts at our church. We have people drive from a long distance, so it's just an opportunity for teenagers to get together and to create friendships with other Christians. So there's a fellowship that happens from 6 to about 7:30. And then Wednesday night we have an entire program, again, all ages, kids to adults, but we have our youth group where our teenagers meet at 7 o'clock at the church and have a whole youth service with worship and the word, and then we feed all the kids dinner as well.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So do you have any special events upcoming? I mean, specific things?
Yeah, absolutely. So coming up just this March, on the 28th, we have a women's conference that will be taking place. And we have information about that on our website, hwcagri.com. And the women's conference itself is something that we've been doing for several years. But last year was the first year that we had live speakers at the church. We had simulcast in years past, and we decided to go ahead and bring in speakers of our own. And we had about 130 ladies last year in attendance. This year we have, again, in-person speakers that'll be with us. Live worship. Centerfire Pizza will be catering the lunch, and so all you Centerfire Pizza fans, they'll be on site to do that with us. But that opened, I believe the doors open at 7:30 that morning, and the event will run till about 3:30 that afternoon. But that's coming up March the 28th. It's all free. No registration is needed to do that. Ladies, just show up and come and be ready for God to do something powerful in your life. And then something that is kind of new this year, we've always done a Pinewood Derby, but we have expanded our Pinewood Derby for the kids. That's happening on April 12th, and we're calling it Pizza and Pinewood Derby. And once again, Centerfire Pizza will be catering that event for us that night. But I think we have upwards of 50 to 60 cars that will be racing that night. So on our Wednesday nights, we have the youth ministry, but then we also have Rangers and girls ministry that take place. And between all 3 of those groups, we'll have 100 plus kids on any given Wednesday night. And so it's a busy place. And those kids have been working to cut out those cars. And so race day is April 12th, 6 p.m. that night. And we're going to be running those cars as fast as we can down that track. We got a lot of races coming up. But the whole idea is to help these kids do a hands-on project. There's a lot of screen time that these kids are engaged in anymore. And so we're really encouraging the mentorship with our leaders, teaching these kids how to work with their hands on these cars, and then having a day where they can come together and race their creation. So it should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that. And then, of course, Easter's coming up very quickly. And whether it's HWC or whatever the name of the church is, we just encourage everybody to get out and celebrate our risen Savior. And so if you have a church that you call home and you haven't been there for a while, I just want to give this shout out. Get out there, go to church Easter Sunday, and just celebrate what God has done for us through the gift of His Son.
Okay, all right, that's great. So is there anything in closing that you'd like us to know in more kind of a wrap-up or anything about Heartland?
Sure. So we have Sunday morning services. As I said, 10 o'clock Sunday school, 10:50 is our morning worship. And then Sunday night, We're one of the few churches in the area that still offers a Sunday evening service. That's 6 p.m. every Sunday night. And then Wednesdays at 7 p.m. we have Bible study for adults, Rangers and Girls Ministry for our elementary and kids, and then youth group for our middle school and youth group kids, that are high school kids. That's all at 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights. And we're all about building relationships. As I said, our mission is loving God, loving people. We are more of a regional church, as Kristy was kind of mentioning. We have people that drive all the way from Norton and Lebanon, Kansas to be with us, from Republican City, Nebraska, and Alton, Kansas. And so it's about 4,200 square miles that we have people coming from. It's a crazy amount of territory of ministry influence, but we'd love to meet with anybody who has any questions regarding God or to help them take that next step in their walk with Jesus. But we know there's a lot of good Bible-believing churches out there, and so if I had any closing remark, would be go to church, get back in church. It's a great community to be a part of, and get connected with Jesus. He's the source of hope that everybody's been looking for, and so we would just encourage that. If you don't have a home church, of course, HWC is a great place to look, but there's a lot of good options out there. Find the one that you can call home and get connected. You won't regret doing that.
I think with Easter upcoming, it's a good reminder of that, and also with world events even
absolutely.
just this past week. It's kind of a reminder to where am I grounded?
Yeah.
Who am I grounded in? So
absolutely.
All good things. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on the Tadpoll
it was our
today.
Pleasure.
And again, we want to remind you that if you are one who participates in the commodities distribution, that will be March 23rd at the Senior Center from 2 to 3 p.m. And Tammy Sauer will be back next week with the Tadpoll at this same time. And thank you for watching.